This type cannot come forth except by prayer and fasting. I will read it the second time. Mark chapter 9, verse 28 and 29. And when he had come into the house, his disciples asked him a question privately. Why could we not cast it out? So he said unto them, this type, the other rendition says, this kind, cannot be driven out except by prayer and fasting. Peter, James, and John have been invited to a prayer session, and Jesus is in their midst. Evidence in the passage suggests that they have ascended to the mountain that has become popular today as the mountain of transfiguration. If you are reading this in a newer rendition, they try to make it nice. So they say they had ascended the mountain of metamorphosis. In that mountain, they experienced a kind of prayer power that impressed heaven, that God, according to Sister White, sent two emissaries from Glory Land to come and be with them in their prayer session. And there on the mountaintop, the experience was so beautiful and celestial that they decided, let's build for ourselves a camp here that we do not go down. Is the church here this morning? Amen. Unfortunately, at the base of the mountain, the rest of the 9 disciples were preoccupied with what Jesus had just told them. He had just revealed to them that he was going to die. And with that kind of confusion, they remained at the mountaintop with the focus turned inward and perhaps wondering what was going to happen to the Jesus ministry. While they were still in that situation, a father came to them and he brought a boy who had been unwell for a very long time. If you read this passage text by text, in verse 21, you discover that the boy in question had been unwell from childhood. It was a long, painstaking disease that had plagued him to the core because he was vexed with a very stubborn demon. The passage goes on to say that the father had taken this boy to every known physician of the time, and they had tried every traditional approach and even conventional at that time, but it had availed nothing because the boy's condition kept on deteriorating until they realized that there was a Jesus from Galilee